The apartment door clicked shut behind me, the sound sharp as a gunshot in the late-night quiet. My keys jangled, too loud as I dropped them on the counter. The living room was dim, lit only by the blue flicker of Sarah's phone screen. Her face a mask of shadows and suspicion. "Who's that?" she snapped, her voice slicing through the stillness. A woman stood beside me, her coat damp from the drizzle outside, her perfume, a musky jasmine, lingering in the air. Sarah's eyes locked on her, wide with panic, her fingers tightening around her phone like it was a lifeline. My heart thudded, not from guilt, but from the weight of what I was about to reveal. "Sarah," I said, my voice steady despite the storm brewing in my chest. "Meet Elise. Your boss's wife." The words landed like a thunderclap. Sarah's face froze, her mouth half open, confusion replacing fear. Elise gave a small, awkward wave, her manicured nails catching the light. I could see Sarah's mind racing, piecing together the impossible. This wasn't what she thought. Or was it? It started 3 weeks ago, with a text that buzzed my phone at 2 a.m. Sarah was asleep, her breathing soft, but I was awake, staring at the ceiling restless. The message was from an unknown number. "We need to talk." About Sarah. My stomach twisted. I didn't reply, but the next night, another came. "Check her DMs. You deserve to know." I laughed it off, spam probably. But the seed was planted. A splinter of doubt burrowing into my mind. Sarah's phone was always glued to her hand, her notifications silenced, her screen locked with a passcode I didn't know. She'd been distant lately, her laughter forced, her eyes darting away when I asked about her day. The apartment felt different after that. The sleek hardwood floors, the exposed brick walls we'd loved when we moved in, now seemed cold, sterile. I noticed things I hadn't before. Sarah's late nights at the office, her new perfume, the way she'd angle her phone away when texting. I checked her Instagram, nothing overt, just vague captions like "chasing dreams" with a sunset filter. But the comments, her boss, Derek, was always there, liking her posts, dropping emojis. A winking face. A heart. My jaw clenched every time. I didn't confront her. Instead, I watched. I rationalized. She was ambitious, climbing the ladder at her tech startup. Derek was just supportive, right? But then I saw the Venmo payments, small, irregular amounts, labeled coffee or lunch. From Derek. My chest burned with a mix of shame and rage. Was I paranoid, or was she slipping away? Then came Elise. I met her by chance at a coffee shop near Sarah's office, the kind with overpriced lattes and exposed pipes. She was crying, her mascara streaking, her hands shaking around a cold brew. "You're Sarah's husband, aren't you?" she asked, her voice brittle. I nodded, wary. She leaned in, her words a whisper. "Derek's cheating. I think it's with her." The air left my lungs. Elise showed me screenshots, texts from Derek's phone, vague but damning. "Miss you already. Can't wait for Thursday." Sent to a contact labeled S. My Sarah. I wanted to scream, to call Sarah and demand answers, but Elise stopped me. "We need proof," she said, her eyes hard now, no longer the fragile woman from moments ago. She'd been tracking Derek's location through their shared app, noticing his late-night meetings at hotels. My mind spun. Sarah had told me she was at a team dinner last Thursday. I'd believed her. Why wouldn't I? We became allies, Elise and I, bound by suspicion and hurt. We scoured digital footprints, LinkedIn connections, tagged photos, even Derek's fitness app, where his runs always ended near our apartment. Each clue was a knife, twisting deeper. I hated myself for doubting Sarah, but the evidence was relentless. Her texts to me were short now, perfunctory. "Home late. Don't wait up." I'd lie in bed, the glow of my phone screen mocking me, wondering who she was with. Tonight, Elise insisted we confront them. She'd followed Derek to a bar, saw him with a woman who matched Sarah's description. Dark hair, red coat. My heart sank. Sarah had that coat. I agreed to bring Elise home. To face Sarah together. I needed answers, even if they destroyed me. Now, standing in our living room, Sarah's eyes darted between me and Elise. "What's going on?" she asked, her voice trembling. I wanted to hold her, to erase the last 3 weeks, but the truth was a tidal wave. "Sarah," I said, my throat tight. "Are you sleeping with Derek?" The question hung in the air, heavy as the rain outside. Her face crumpled, not with guilt, but with shock. What? No, she cried, stepping toward me. Why would you think that? Elise cut in, her voice cold. Don't lie. I've seen the texts. The hotels. Sarah's gaze snapped to her, then back to me, her eyes filling with tears. You think I'd do that to you? She whispered. My resolve wavered. Her pain felt real, but so did mine. Then Sarah's phone buzzed. She glanced at it, her face paling. It's Derek, she said, her voice barely audible. She turned the screen toward me. A text. I'm sorry, Sarah. I told her it was you. I didn't know what else to say. My blood ran cold. Elise grabbed the phone, her hands shaking as she read. He's covering for someone else, she muttered, her voice breaking. It's not Sarah. The room spun. Sarah's sobs filled the silence, raw and jagged. I've been working late to get a promotion, she said, her words spilling out. Derek's been mentoring me, that's all. I swear. She showed me her emails, her calendar. Endless meetings, no hotels. The Venmo payments? Group lunches she'd covered for the team. The red coat at the bar? A coworker, not her. Elise sank onto the couch, her face ashen. Then who? She whispered. My anger shifted, no longer at Sarah, but at Derek, at myself for doubting her. I'd let suspicion poison us, let a stranger's texts unravel years of trust. Sarah reached for my hand, her fingers cold. I love you, she said, her voice cracking. I wanted to believe her, but the doubt lingered, a ghost in the room. The twist came later that night, after Elise left. Sarah's phone lit up again, a notification from a private Instagram account I didn't recognize. A photo. Derek, arm around a woman in a red coat, tagged at a hotel. Not Sarah. The caption read, Caught you. Sent by Elise. She'd known all along, hadn't she? She'd used me, fed my fears, to trap her husband. And I'd almost lost Sarah in the process.